something back in the day before the internet was what it was. Like this would be like something you'd share, like get shared around your high school and be like, "Ah, wasn't this funny? I messed with her." Now it's like internationally, people are making memes about it.
Okay. Stream's up. We're streaming. The stream has happened.
Yay!
Shinobi, you can all hear my typing to the start of the stream. It's really good.
Tappa 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 tappa
Tappa tappa tappa.
tappa 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 tappa.
Let me get the chat up on my phone.
He's playing Shinobi using a keyboard.
That would be very difficult, I think. Maybe doable.
Typing of the Shinobi.
Hey, how come I can't set this volume? Oh, okay, I'll just do it. Whatever. You're good over there.
Am I?
You probably can't see. Shit. Yeah, right? You should see the stream now. Ideally. Are you guys on it?
I'm getting on there.
Yeah.
It takes forever for streaming channels to show up on my following. Yep, there we are.
Oh, there we go.
So, where were we? That's right. So we were chasing after the Shrine Lady. Because the Shrine Lady... We actually have no idea why we're chasing after the Shrine Lady. I'm not sure that's ever particularly well justified. I think it is eventually.
Because ninjas chase after things sometimes.
Well, like, she was the person, the maiden at the shrine where the bad guy was sealed. But, like, the bad guy's out, so I don't know what she's gonna do, my ninja dude. But
she is woman in video game. Must rescue?
oh, for
Must
fuck's
rescue.
sake, did I rename it properly? Oh, okay, no, it's still named Shinobi. That's why I didn't rename it. We're good, we're good. I actually, like, the last 5 times I've streamed, I've forgotten to do that. So, I'm glad that this time I didn't fuck it up. So yeah, and we fought the Fire Moth Lady for approximately 5 hours, and we beat her, and then it was like, oh, but there was a bunch of water, and then, like, I think someone stole the Shrine Maiden again. I forget. We're probably still chasing her. Oh no, that's right, we didn't actually watch the... There was a big explosion, and we jumped through the sewer tunnel that was in the volcano? So we escaped?
Yeah, because that happens.
Where am I?
Ooh, that's probably a little quiet.
You're awake.
I may adjust
That
that.
sword. Akujiki. Then you must be the leader of the Oboro. My name is Kagari Ubasuna. I am the heir to the Ubasuna family. It was my duty to keep Hiroko's spirit sealed within the temple walls. But
Where is Hiroko?
he's trying to rebuild Yatsurao, who was defeated by the Oboro long ago.
Yatsurao.
It is a weapon powered by the spirits of people killed in the earthquakes that have stricken Tokyo since times of old. And to reactivate Yatsurao, I was to be sacrificed.
Yo, I don't know why the evil ninja, who's definitely not your brother, vanishes there, or why he's there at all. It's really confusing to me. This dude, on the other hand, is so rad. I love that guy.
Wee!
That flying Beyblade took my girlfriend. That's him out. I think his not brother was there just to make things extra awkward. Like, I was to be sacrificed. Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he?
So this stage, is she gonna drown? Sometimes she goes down far enough that the water just kills her, and she drowns.
That happens to me sometimes.
It happens to the best of us. Oh, did she? Oh no, she didn't. What? Oh, I'm. Well, that's how easy you can die in this stage if you literally give them half an inch. So after the last stage, which is Sploosh, which was very difficult combat, this stage is almost entirely platforming with basically no difficult combat. But as I showed the last stream, if literally once the water gets to your ankles, you immediately fucking die. For no reason. You just like
Ninja
dissolve.
lungs are in their feet. That's why they run like that.
Yeah, ninja is actually Japanese for ankle kills.
It's true. Confirmed.
So a thing they start doing in this level, and that they do in several other levels, is they put long stretches where you either can't get tates, or it's very, very hard to get tates. Or there's like literally just not enough enemies, and that's their way of making platforming difficult. Like you can kill enemies to get a little bit of yin, but it's not enough to live on. So it basically makes shooting the platforming very fast. Like here they're really rude, and they put the dude out.
I had 30 seconds in it.
That dude is always spawns way the fuck out in the middle of the room, just to be a dick. But you can shuriken him at all. Actually, a lot of enemies in this stage, so it's just not worth the... Ooh, there's danger. That was about half a second from dying. But there's a lot of enemies on the stage, it's not worth fighting with your sword. Because you can just shriek and I was to land on that, but I don't think I can. This stage is Ooh, that was a save. Okay. Sorry, I just really should have been dead there. This stage is actually really short in the grand scheme of things, but your first time through, it takes forever. A fun thing, and by fun I mean bad. A bad thing about this game is that it doesn't... Like, combat scales with difficulty very well. Like, the combat gets harder as you turn the difficulty up. The platforming doesn't. The platforming in this level is always as hard as it is your first time through, and since basically all the challenge in this level comes from platforming, your first time through, this is a huge difficulty spike, because this is some really hard platforming, to be frank. But by the time you're going through this on your third playthrough, like by the time you're playing this on Super, this level is really, really easy. Because you've done it before, and it's basically the same level you already did. And it's one of the things that makes me think that this game was really just designed and developed and balanced around super difficulty. Because, like, it just doesn't make any sense that they would make something this hard for normal difficulty. Like, this much harder than things both before and after. Yeah. Oh, this is a new type of flying head, by the way, if we didn't count that. They are different.
Flying fish head. I think that's 3 of them so far?
I think so. It's either 3 or 4. It's a different flying fish head. They have different colors and I think a different wing texture. Anyway, your reward for making it this far in the level is a couple actual fights that are relatively easy, and they're to give you a bunch of yin back. The flying heads have a tracking fireball and a fireball that explodes, and we also get this new enemy that I've already fought, but I didn't really bother talking about, which is the flying ninja. And they're ninjas with bat wings, and they're awful, because they can just kind of... excuse me? What part of I touched the wall did you not understand there? Fuck. Well... Okay.
Yeah, but he totally ignored that one.
You sure did. Anyway.
It's like, I can't live with what I've done. Goodbye.
I don't climb that wall. Goodbye. Oh my god! Oh, you fucking...
Alright.
She almost just muscled me off the wall there. Enemies really like to do that. Anyways, the bat ninjas are the fucking worst. They're not too bad in this level. They come back in a later level, and they'll probably kill me at some point. They can throw some shurikens at you, which paralyze you and do a little bit of damage, but that's not too bad. It's mostly that they have a bunch of swooping attacks that are just, like, they can do them from off-screen. They're more or less invincible while doing them, because they'll probably hit you first. And they do a lot of damage, and it has a huge hit radius. And they can do it while you're trying to go hit them, so it really fucks up your combos, too. And this level is not too bad, mostly because of where they spawn and because you're not really fighting anything else. But if you're fighting anything else that's actually difficult to fight, those flying ninjas can really, really fuck you up. Can I get this scroll right here in time? I'm not doing so well health-wise. Ooh, that fireball. The flying ninjas also have a lot of health for a flying enemy, which is a pain because you pretty much only have... When you're fighting a flying enemy, you can either dash at them and attack, or you can jump if you still have your double jump. And if you don't have your double jump, then you literally can only dash and attack or drop to the ground. So having to hit something a whole bunch of times starts to be more of a gamble than anything else. Anyway, I think I've literally explained the entire premise of this level. Although I would like to point out how fucking old school the design here is. Like, this city makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
But it makes no sense in the way that, like, a 2D platformer city also doesn't tend to make any sense. Like, it's laid out like a 2D platforming city would be, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Like it wouldn't look anything. It doesn't look anything like an actual city because they had to make a level out of it.
Right, and in 2D, like, it already doesn't look like that much like the city anyway, so it doesn't stand out that much. But in 3D, it becomes really apparent. Like, this is weird as hell.
I call this theoretical 2D ninja game Shinobi.
Right. Okay, now I'm gonna focus a little more and kill this level.
But yeah, it reminds me. It's like it's like on Donkey Kong Country 2, like one of the some of the ship stages where it's like, if these like masts you were going up were actual masts, then they would be, each of them would be taller than the Empire State Building. But because you have to use them for like climbing up platforming sections, you know, they're there. So, like, but if you actually thought of it, it's like, what ship would have a 50-story mast?
But 2D is already inherently abstract, so like it doesn't stand out. But then, as we moved into 3D, I think there's a lot of games from this era that kind of have the same design ethos. But like, it just looks so weird, especially once you start seeing more realistically rendered levels. Fuck, nice prediction. Those big ass this might be the first enemy that shoots those large, slow explosion balls. I'm not sure. Probably not. Oh, okay. Little fuck up there. It's fine. Oop. I think if the water's at max height, you can't make this jump. I'm not 100% sure, I forget. But I'm gonna play it safe. I've got good health, so... It's also worth noting that you can see the water sort of fluctuate up and down a bit. That's actually, like, how it works in the gameplay. It's not just a visual effect. As it goes up and down, like, as it wavers a bit up and down, it actually, like, will drown you, more or less. So you can't exactly predict where the water is.
So, if Shane was standing on the beach, and the tide just came in, it would just kill him?
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah, Shane is, he doesn't go to the beach anymore.
That's actually how the Abora clan died.
That's how they scheduled a beach party.
Yeah.
And the Abora's like, excellent, a beach party. Finally time to reload. Oh no!
They're all dead!
Yeah, the last chapters in the 15-chapter book about the Oboro is Chapter 14, the Oboro take a beach vacation. Chapter 15, the fall of the Oboro clan.
That's the most eventful beach episode that I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's not filler.
A bunch of scientists wander up and see a bunch of ninjas that beach themselves on the sand there.
Last one, the water's a rotten egg. Shane, no! It just takes like one step in and looks back.
Ninjas are much like witches in that way.
Why isn't there a game where you play? Well, I was gonna say, why isn't there a game where you play as a witch ninja, but that's basically Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, from beyond the grave. Nice fireball. Okay, that wall is a little funky.
Funky wall?
I guess it feels weird. I should grab onto it sooner. I'm also using my double jump when I shouldn't be. I'm not gonna fight
good.
it. Okay, good. This is the last room in the mission, so this is probably where I'll die. There's a bunch of these weird-ass monuments hidden throughout. Ooh. Oh, please don't stun me. Let's just get rid of these dudes. So satisfying. If I was going for score, that would be very bad, because I just threw away a thought there. But I'm not going for score because that's madness in this game. And I don't hate myself quite that much. I mean, you'll die. I'm playing
It's not
Shinobi.
quite. Just almost there. If you ever get into like a deep funk, I guess maybe this will be what you do.
Oh, please, the fireball. Okay. That fireball was very close to hitting me. It probably wouldn't have killed me though. So we walk up this weird building ramp and we are at the boss. And it's this dude. He's a good dude.
Is it Beyblademan?
It's Babe Blademan.
Hello, and me, Babe Blademan.
Warning, Beyblademan. Mega Man X music plays.
I wanted to fight you for quite
Sick
some
tattoos.
time.
Okay.
I must thank Hiroko-sama for this.
Facial animation
Wow.
is so hard.
It's very, very difficult.
Are those his nipples, or does he have eyes on his tits?
Yes.
See who is the strongest. You cannot
My eyes are down here.
You cannot
So
defeat
this
me.
dude is probably the only person this late in the game where you can actually like 1v1 him and like fight like normally
You cannot defeat me.
and like have it actually work. Like he'll eventually summon some enemies, but you can also just fight him one-on-one and it's actually a pretty good fight. Was he gonna fall off? Yes!
You know, Dark Souls that shit.
Yes! When he falls off, he Beyblades back on and hits him.
I know. It's like that scene out of Back to the Future.
I think because I let him hit me, I'm gonna die to sword and daisy. I'll try not to, but I think it's gonna happen. Maybe not.
The only way to truly fight him is to counter with other 90s fads that came out after the anime craze hit. Thinking like some Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Nowhere near this.
Can your Beyblade stand up to my Metabots?
Yeah, Metabots, that's really good.
I'm trying to give you others.
Just remind him the monsters rule.
I should probably say
Monster Ranger.
before I kill this guy, he's got other than his like weird ass lunging things and the weird drama doll things, which again another floating head. He also does block enemy. He blocks some of your strikes naturally just by standing still because of his giant shuriken. Anyway, he's dead now. But that is another flying
About
head,
your Darumas.
so I hope someone's keeping track.
That's 4 floating heads?
It's 4 or 5. We lost one, I think.
I'm glad we fought. It
After
was
this, we
fun.
can Google how many floating heads are in Shinobi.
Glad we fought. It was fun. Now I'm gonna turn into Pop Rocks.
Alright, I'm doing safe life. I don't hit next.
Oh, Dijon had a good one. Fight him with the Beyblade's greatest enemy, the Bakugan. God, what even was Bakugan? I don't even remember. Let me look this up.
So due to budget constraints, there is no level 5B?
Shinobi.
A former comrade.
Level 5B is just
Killed
test
when
level.
it was being used to fight me.
If Yatsurao is rebuilt, Hiroko will control the world. You must stop him. Please. Kill me.
He's really considering it.
If I was her, I would just start making the most annoying noises in the
He's like,
world.
I can't kill you until there's at least 3 other people around. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna get a tate or anything.
Besides, it doesn't really look that kick-ass if I just kill someone who's unarmed and just sitting there.
I am here to kill Hiroko Ubasuna, not you.
Anyways, I'm gonna leave you completely alone, and... Oh, I didn't... A literal gigantic snake snuck up on me, I guess.
Again, boo.
Let's see how well you can fight, and please don't disappoint me.
So yeah, stage 5B is just a boss fight, and it's in the same arena I was just in. Like, I gotta figure they just were like, we don't have a stage yet.
We can't add stage. Forgot stage.
Anyway, his main attack is this friggin' kick-ass ice beam, which... Well, oh, if I'd gotten hit by the start of it, I'd be dead now. I was planning on dying. There we go.
Never.
So this is sort of the snow level, I guess? I don't know. There's no other snow levels. But yeah, if he catches you with that laser beam, he very slowly turns during it, but it's pretty much stuns you. So like, it's an instant kill if he hits you solidly with it, but he probably won't because it sucks. He also has a teleport which does damage on intro and outro, and you can't hit him from behind. If you try, let's see. You ricochet off because he's got like a big thing. It's a pretty simple boss, all things considered. Although if you look, his ice beam actually has snakes in it. It is a snake ice beam.
That's pretty cool.
It's really rad, honestly. The real tricky thing about him is his fucking minions are stupid squirmy snakes that like are nearly impossible to hit. Because they just sort of change orientation constantly, and like I can't tell why some of these hit and some of them don't. It just happens.
We are definitely Gmod adjacent.
Oops, he's going to do the beam. He's also invincible at doing the beam, so that he can just kind of fuck you up. Oh, see, yeah, like I'm gonna not be able to combo him now because. So yeah, let's see. I'll just have to wait for him to spawn again. At least on super difficulty, he always does his super ice beam right after he spawns the snake. Oh, this is strat. Yeah, I'm gonna die. It really just, like, if I'm low enough health, like, you're gonna get hit once or twice by the snakes when you try and combo them. I don't know any way around it. Like, there's gotta be a way to do this consistently. It's ultimately, like, an easy enough boss fight that it doesn't really matter, so it feels like rolling the dice, I guess. The only thing you gotta watch out for, I guess, is he can teleport right on you, and, like, pay attention to the ice beam if you're actually fighting the snake. Oh, and sometimes he does this. He can trap you in the corner like that, that's true.
dodge this?
I like his little snake body.
Fucking snakes! I'm not gonna finish him off. If you hit him once, he teleports away too, which is true of a lot of bosses, so you can't like multi-hit him. I think at this point it's true of every boss. They either teleport away or they become invincible in some way.
Can you dodge this?
Oh, and you can't even like do a double jump shuriken burst thing because you'll kill one of the snakes if you do that. Really? You're gonna do that again? Okay.
Damn snakies.
Yeah, and also if you kill one of the snakes with shurikens, they don't get out of your combo, so...
It's too bad the bodies disappeared, because I'd like to see just how big the pile of snakes would normally be.
Especially since they're all going like, ah!
Ah, shit, I'm gonna lose it. Yep.
Never.
Okay. This time's for real, though.
Can you dodge this?
Oh, I think he's also got the distinction of, almost every boss when you die have a taunt thing that'll save you. If you all fall off the edge, he has one that takes a while to start, and then it takes a while. And then he says, "How the mighty Oboro have fallen," and it takes forever. It's like the longest one, so you just have to sit there and wait for him to talk until he finally finishes. So I guess there's that too.
Can you dodge this?
I'm on the wrong side of the ice beam.
Sure are wave dashing a lot.
Can you dodge this?
Again? Okay. Yeah, if he spawns right in the middle there, he can shoot an ice beam that will hit you, so... And I don't think you can avoid it? And there's an example of him also starting a teleport on me. This is 2 unavoidable attacks.
Can you dodge this?
Are you kidding me? Stop doing that. I'm gonna get hit by that. Yeah. This dude is really being a dick with his ice beam. He's not usually that rude about being invincible, basically.
Maybe you're going about this all wrong, you just need to smack the snake on top of his head, because it seems to me it's just his tail that's big and...
I mean, if I wasn't being so insistent on a one-hit kill, I could be getting like 5 snakes and then hitting him and just do that a few times.
Can you dodge this?
But where's the Frank in that?
Exactly. And if I need to, I can always use the invincibility one and just like easy win it. But...
Can you dodge
It's just not Frank.
I'd be happy. Look, you can see the snakes in the beam.
Yeah. It's cute.
I like the idea of just a whole bunch of snakes being like, ah, here we go!
Get him! Automatic sponsored.
Can you dodge this?
Could be like a ice cream machine or something, soft serve ice cream, but you press the button and the snake just kinda falls out of it.
Soft serve snake?
Yeah.
Snake serve? No, that's not a thing. That doesn't work.
And snakes serve ice cream. It's like, are the snakes serving the ice cream to me? I mean, they can if they want.
He laughs at you.
Can I dodge this? important question.
Well, they're into DQ for our snaky blizzard. There's no ice cream, it's just a cup of snakes.
Okay, that's half his health gone. That's why I only got the one hit. I'll go ahead and use magic director, what the hell. Oh, please spawn faster. There we go. Just in time.
Yay!
Oh. He falls directly in half, which you didn't get a great look at, but it's pretty brutal. I think they might actually have different death animations depending on if you tate them or not. I don't remember. But you pretty much always do, so. Yeah, and then he does the vanishing trick again, which, like, again, those are the only 2 times he does that, where he appears and vanishes. I don't know why it happens.
Hiroko has some sort of connection.
Maybe he's not very good at it, so he can only do it a couple times.
He's trying to rebuild Yatsuro at the Nakatomi factory.
So yeah, apparently this ancient warlock that was like sealed or whatever is like best friends with a big corporation. So
that's why Die Hard Heaven.
So now we're fighting in a big corporation. And they decided they need a pre-rendered cutscene before and after every level. So here's your pre-rendered cutscene where he lands twice from jumping. There's not a whole lot there.
Ninja things.
So this level is a mix. It's not really a straight platforming level, but there's a lot of platforming in it. This is like almost the only flying enemy that isn't a head. Or is it? It's actually 3 heads. I'm just lying to you. Look.
Oh, it is 3 hits.
It's 3 heads. There's also a lot of these laser beams. Oops. Which I was trying to show. You can actually, if you time the dash right, you can dash directly through them. Just by like, because like you're invincible for part of your dash, so. Ah, I didn't quite get the take there. And it's always risky though, because it's actually relatively precise. And we'll also be in a lot. Ooh, okay. We'll be in a lot of these oval rooms. The key here is that every white wall can be climbed on and any other wall can't for this level. And you can actually run on the curved wall. So you can just make loops around. Oh, nice shuriken. Scary.
These guys knew what buildings look like?
I mean, it's sort of like a building in that it has rooms and doors. I don't know what more you need.
That is true.
Is this the first ogre we fight? It is, I think.
Yeah.
So
Two-headed Oni.
This is ogres are a type of enemy. We'll be seeing a few recolors of them. They're the toughest enemy, I think, in this game. They have a couple. They have like a big swing that's pretty easy to jump over. They have like a 3-hit combo they basically never decide to do, which is not great. But it's pretty good. And then they have a big belly splash attack, which is the most devastating thing you've ever seen. It's ridiculous. It has like they land on the ground and get up, and it's still active. Like the shockwave is incredibly slow. It makes them completely invincible for a very long time. It's just the worst. And if they do it in the right spot, it's I think literally undodgeable. And in the right spot means, in this case, when you're next to them, which is usually when you do it because you're trying to finish them for a combo. And they have a shit ton of health, so they're just brutal all around. But there's only a few in this level, they're not too bad.
So you're saying ogres allowed sparingly?
Fuck! Did I really just do that? Yep. That was a particularly dumb death.
Oh, there you go. Into that pool of water that the buildings always have.
The incredible Reggie wouldn't have done that. If you were a scuba diver but better, you could...
You can survive the water.
Maybe you do better at that level if you got your Swiss murder suit.
That would be true though, since that was swimsuit.
That's true, yeah. Both meanings.
If you get a Tate while you're climbing on a wall, he has a specific animation for that, like he does for air. And it looks really goofy, and you basically never get to see it, because you don't do Tates on walls very often. And even if you do it, the camera angle is never good. So...
What do you mean? That close-up of his thigh was amazing.
I mean, I do like thighs a lot.
Wow.
A lot of this level is kind of just choosing who you feel like fighting.
Just like life.
Oh, and the ogre can block too. That's the worst thing about him, actually. And if you hit him while he's blocking, he'll do a counter attack, which is usually what you want to do, because otherwise he'll just sit there blocking for a random length of time, which is bad. But sometimes his counterattack will be the body splash, and that makes him invincible, and he pretty much just dragon punches you. There's also a lot of just like free-floating yin hanging around in this level. I think to help players who try and avoid some of the fights, to like make that more viable. I don't really know though. Maybe they just think corporations have a lot of evil spirits hanging around? They're not wrong.
Confirmed.
Oh, right, this one.
Shinobi for the PS2 is the greatest political treatise of our time.
Let's see. I usually fuck this one up. Oh, there's also... Oop. Shit, yep, there it goes. Fucked up. Ooh. It's a good place to show just how powerful the wall sword attacks are. They're way stronger than anything else. They're presumably to encourage you to use them. And the one that you do when you're locked on is very fast, so you can do it repeatedly, and the one that you do if you're not locked on and you do sort of swipe to the side tends to hit multiple times. So they're both very, very good. I don't feel like fighting these dudes, so I'm probably just gonna throw shurikens at a couple of them for a little bit of yen. I think I got all those things. Yeah. The wall climbing ninja ladies are actually a gigantic pain, so I usually avoid. They have way too much health for something that's that hard to hit. Basically. So I generally try and avoid fighting them at all, unless I've got a really good combo. Ow. Oh, and in case I didn't really say it, but the key to fighting ogres is to be far away and throw a shuriken at them. Because they can't block that. They can block that, but they tend not to. And then you go in, and you just need to do the dash/slash combo over and over on them. Although you need to time it just right. If you do it too fast, you will not hit them. You'll like ricochet off them or miss them, and then they'll retaliate. See, it's not tricky. It's that tricky timing though. Oh, okay. That lady hit me with a shuriken, and that almost killed me. Wait. Fuck, I didn't get one. Which one did I miss? Oh, here it is. Okay, keep throwing it at me. I want to go down. That's fine. She just, like, let me slide straight down. Thank you. So can I just say that the whole aesthetics of this level, and also the soundtrack, is very Sonic. Very 3D Sonic.
Shinobi adventure.
I mean, wouldn't surprise me if they took a few cues from it.
Yeah, I muted for a second to hear the music. I definitely agree.
This room's so fucking scary. I'm very careful about it. And there's a... Oh god, he's gonna hit me. I'm just gonna leave. Technically I'm supposed to fight him to fill up Tate for the boss, and also refill my health, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go fight the boss. This boss is rad as hell, actually. He's got one of the cooler mechanics in the game. And like most of the bosses with cool mechanics, he's a little too easy. Also talks really... He's talking very quietly, and the ambient noise in this room is so loud. Like there's so much...
Choose not to listen to me.
It seems... It's something that really makes no sense to me, because there's so many games where the audio mixing just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
The music will be blaring from all directions and you can't hear what anyone is saying. Beautiful Joe does it. Final Fantasy 15 does it.
So the gimmick of this boss is that he's a blind swordsman. And they don't tell you that. Which I think is also cool. You just need to figure it out through context clues that he looks like Zatoichi. So he can't see you. And if you're on the walls, he doesn't attack you because he doesn't know you're there. But if you touch the water, he hears you and goes, "Oh, there he is," and then does attacks at you.
Pretty bold move by this blind guy to stand in so much water up to his ankles. Being an idiot.
That's why he's the master, and he teaches everybody. He can also, if he hears you coming, he will block it. So you usually have to come at him from the front. You can actually kind of directly one-on-one fight him, but it's really hard. I've never done it on Super. I've done it on WoW. Definitely didn't do it that time. Basically, if you swing at him and he knows you're there, he will block and then counter, but since you can guess what his counter is going to be, if you dodge it, you can counterattack him, and you can keep doing it for a while. But it is really hard. Yeah, see, like, I've already lost so much health. It's doable.
Oh dear.
Oh, this one. Yeah, that's... You pretty much have to jump and then dash back onto the ground to attack him. Worth a damn. It's not really what you're supposed to do.
You have left me no choice.
Gotta say, this is the most intense game of Marco Polo I've ever seen.
A really fun thing is that shurikens just freak him out, though. Which is actually really handy, because you want him at one end or the other of the room when you're getting your combo going, so that you know where he is reliably. Because you want to kill all the enemies from one end of the room to the other. Did I break him? Oh, there you go. See, I'm going to hit him now so that he runs over there, so that when the enemies spawn, I can just sort of clear them out all along, and then I'll be right at the guy. These enemies also have a unique beam attack that they do, which is,
It is useless.
not quite. I almost got him in one go. But yeah, they have a unique beam attack, which not only does a lot of damage, but also paralyzes you. And the reason they have that is so that they can paralyze you so you fall into the water and get hit, basically. Woo. And basically they roll a die to decide if they do that or not. But as soon as they all spawn, they all roll that die at once. So like, right when they spawn, there's always a billion beams targeting you immediately. And then after that, it's a little bit easier.
You have left me no choice but to kill you.
But ultimately, once you realize, and it did take me a while to realize what the gimmick, like, that's how when he attacks, I need to be on the walls. But once you know that, this guy is not terribly difficult. And it's really just dealing with the beams. And the massive amount, like, specifically, right when they spawn, learning how to dodge them. And not fall on the dude, which I did. Wow, I'm not doing this right. Damn. There we go. Sorry, did he just kill the enemy? I think so? He's also really easy to beat with using the magic, because the beams don't paralyze you. Is he over there? Shit. Not that easy, because I portaxx.
Abilities mastered.
Okay, now I'm gonna fight him for real.
You choose
Talk
not to
amongst
listen to
yourselves.
me. Very well.
So what's your
That guy,
favorite?
about to go.
What's your favorite ninja?
My favorite ninja?
Yes, I don't know. I ask, and I can't think of one, so
You can't think of a single ninja? I guess they're
I can't
doing
think
a
of
job
my
then.
favorite. Yeah, there you go.
Where are they? I do remember when I was in school, I bought this little, like, it was just like $1 or $2 with this little stuffed ninja that I put on my desk. And on the box...
Got
On the box it had 2 things. It said,
Also, when you kill him, he says, I can see, which is weird, because that's not how death works, but...
maybe it's like, I understand how dead I am.
But I think he says, my eyes, or I'm blind, or something. I can't quite make it out.
With your strength, you may yet defeat him.
I killed the sight back into him.
They're already dead, how are they... It seems like they come to their senses or whatever as soon as you...
Well, if you look, as you defeat them, the evil seal comes off them.
Okay.
It's like actually part of their death animation. His was like on his chest, and it burns off.
But if they're already... But they were saying that they're already dead.
Yeah, it's a little vague, but I think they like are dead or dying, and then they get the tag put on them and they reanimate.
This makes no sense.
As they're
You're dead and I put a sticker on you. It doesn't make you less dead. Or does it?
Have you ever put a sticker on a dead person?
I mean... I guess I shouldn't go into more detail.
Like, is there something you want to reveal to the class? Due to budgetary restraints, there is no stage 6B.
Young leader of the Oboro.
So you are the one responsible for the deaths of the Oboro. Hirako.
Yatsurao was destroyed by the Oboro.
The dude from Big Trouble in Little China.
2 years ago. But he shall be resurrected with the sacrifice of this girl. Kneel before the might of Yatsurao!
So we're fighting the big boss? Surely not. This dude has basically 2 ways to fight him. You can... Well, 2 ways to wait for him to spawn enemies. You can wait back here as he shoots eye blasts at you, which is probably the best way. And that it's really easy. If you go forward, if you stand in the main... Ooh, okay. I was trying to just sort of demonstrate things, Mr. Guy, but okay. Yeah,
Ow, nice shot.
Yeah, I really just sort of shot right in there. They paralyze you too, and they're an explosion, so
I
they
expected
are
the duck hunt dog with a sword in his mouth to pick you up out of the water.
Oh, he's just gonna keep doing that one. He's got a few different attacks, including the worst thing that he can do here. Oh yeah, he sometimes crosses his arms and looks mean, which does make it harder to hit him, but mostly I think he just does it for himself. He can actually hit the enemies that he spawns, which is really, really bad, because it's basically a failure since you need all of them to do any significant damage. Which is really, that's the reason, like, look how many he just killed. That's the reason you don't want to hang out in this area more than anything. Oops. It's actually scratching my nose when he hit me there. I think I could have recovered. So those are generally your two options. So like really the expected way is you're supposed to sit back here as the dudes spawn, and then a few of them will make it over to you. And then like, you know, eventually he'll spawn enough. Hold on. Is he actually stun locking me? Yeah, from that distance he stun locks me. How about that? Anyways. But there is a third option, which I'd like to show. I'm actually going to try and kill myself so that I can show it. That I discovered only now on my playthrough of it this time.
Oh dear.
So basically
new
they
tech.
don't want you to hit... His weak point is the jewel on his head, which isn't vulnerable yet. Oh, okay. What attack did he just do? I don't really know. That was weird. He must have done one of his rarer attacks. I'm not sure which one that was. Anyway, so he's got a jewel on his forehead, and once he activates, that's his weak point. And to prevent you from just sort of hitting it repeatedly with your dash attacks, it actually, once you hit it, it's invulnerable for a second. But if you just wait a really long time, you can just keep doing this. Like, if you wait a while and then dash. And the thing is, every time you hit him, you interrupt whatever he's doing. You can actually see him start to charge up a beam a few times.
Bonk. Bonk.
Quit it. Quit it.
This bug you, but taking the jewel in your head.
I just killed all the enemies. And he just killed a whole bunch of the enemies that he spawned. But that's okay, because they also drop a bunch of health, so like, what do I care?
You can kill your own floating heads. What do I care?
I actually did test this out. You can't kill him this way. You'll run out of yin and you'll die first, even if like you kill the minions. You do need to get a Tate on him on super mode. Wait, one of them just died for no reason? What?
He had a paradoxal embolism. Keeled over.
Oh, I didn't jump that. It's probably best not to do this indefinitely, and instead to back off a bit once a few of them have spawned. But it's way easier to have them clustered up top, because like if you wait here the whole time, they sort of... You have to fight them while you're hovering on over the bridge, and that's really dangerous, because like, that bridge is real narrow. He's spawning them in a really weird pattern. Like he's spawning one or two at a time? And because of that, I had to wait an extra long time anyway. See, like, this is really bad. And there's a really good chance I'm gonna, like, fall and die. Yep. Yep. Exactly. That's exactly why I don't like fighting him back there. But he took so long to spawn enemies. Okay. Now that I've demonstrated my stance proper. And now the second wave should be coming. Let's spread them out a bit so that I don't have... They can get sort of inside his body, which is why you actually want to back off like I did. What? Wow, nice spike, my man! Extremely good!
Wow.
The meteor smashed you off the stage, Smash Brothers style.
Game.
He does have an attack that hits right in front of his face that he does sometimes. The thing is, it basically doesn't hit you if you're doing this, so like, it doesn't actually work. And he also can't do it because you're hit again, so he never really triggers it properly. It's pretty rare. This also lets me get multiple hits on him with, like, one charged sword, much easier. They're dropping him? Yep. He spawned one enemy! So
One floating head of me is like, here goes what I miss.
Ooh, I actually delayed a little extra time to avoid that hit there. Okay, let's back up. Well, and what if they die? I guess if you do that for too long, they just like die. Maybe they're like going into the water? They're, like behind the stage or something? Oh god, this is a bad distance to be at.
I mean, I know you're not a fan of it, but I do like how the model goes stock still when you get shocked.
Why did you do that thing to me? Why would you do this to me?
Oh.
Apparently that attack makes him invincible. He doesn't usually do it when you're that close, so I didn't know. We're always learning things.
This is an educational stream.
If you're fighting a giant statue and he does the thing where he calls down heavenly light laser beams, he's invincible during that. Don't try and hit him. Yeah, and you'll notice they are like extra. The game designers were extra dicks here. And they put just enough. The railing end's just short enough that if you're in a position to hit him, then you will fall off if you go down. Oh cool, just kill all the dudes I need to stay alive. That's fine.
Can do.
Oh hi Chai! You already missed half of it, but by runtime you probably haven't missed half of it. You're just in time to watch me do the most exciting boss fight.
Yeah, this is what a hard video game looks like. This four-arm, this multi-arm dude is just kind of shoving you into the water. He has a thing on his head, and there's other floating heads. Yeah. Difficult video game.
There we go. Got it. And his face. Oh, that's right. He does.
nice.
He does have a tendency to shove you out of the fucking camera.
Bonk!
I'm glad that happened.
Whoa. Got a Terminator face.
Are you ready for the
I
twist?
must thank you,
I'm ready for the twist.
young leader of the Aboro.
Hiroko,
I have finally unlocked the power of Yatsuro's spirit. I feel its power flooding through my veins.
Dude's looking straight
It
Babylon
appears that
5.
Akuchiki
Jokes for
has
one
grown
person.
strong from eating the souls of the Aboro. However, it is not enough.
Hiroko!
Where was he,
What's
by the way?
matter?
He was just here?
Can you not raise your sword against him?
Also, can I just say that the combination of the voice acting and the hair is really good.
It's extremely good. I'm very into this.
Maritsune.
Oh my god, it's you! Like, this is a reveal, I guess. Who could have seen this coming?
Own brother. Even
You
with
said
that
it wasn't his
teenage
brother.
If you want to finish this, come to Kane's shrine.
Get out of here. It's too dangerous.
What about you?
I must go to face my fate.
Get out of here. The pot doesn't really need you anymore. Oh, bye. I guess I'll just disappear from the game now. See ya. After being arbitrarily important, no, I'm not. Very quickly hit the bathroom. I'll be right back. Uh-oh, I'm tangled in the wire. There we go.
Well, that girl character sure was a girl.
She was quite girl.
She, got captured. Then she got captured. And then she was all, here's the plot exposition. And she got captured. That Buddha statue was pissed.
I was pissed. Headbutted him and he shoved him in the water.
The final parting headbutt was pretty good, though. No, you don't get the cool tate pose. Get out of here. Go away. So yeah, ninjas are cool.
Okay.
They're pretty cool.
Stage select. Oops, I just hit a button as I picked up the controller. Hold on. We did this one already. I washed my hands in the bathroom, and as soon as I put them under the water, I dissolved, so I don't have hands anymore.
Oh, that's gonna make this a little bit harder.
Yeah, I'm playing with my feet at this point. It's not a huge deal. Oh, now we finally get the rest of this backstory.
Hotsama, go get Kapushi-sama. Okay.
Moritsune, he...
Moritsune.
So that's why Moritsune had a scar on his face, because the lady touched the sword when they were kids, and like he was like, I guess it needs to eat blood. So, after a stage that was entirely platforming and a stage that was, like, trying to get you to combat while platforming, this game decides to actually vary things up. And they have a stage that has literally no platforming. I think there's like 2 jumps in this whole stage. It's mostly a very flat stage. Oh, nice dodge. Okay, fair enough. But there's just like a lot of very big and relatively difficult combat scenes. Like this one, which I'm feeling pretty miserable. Oh, and that's another type of floating head, by the way. Oh, and there was one in the last boss fight, too. Gotcha. At least I got a Tate.
You're fighting the Japanese goblin emoji.
As one does.
I mean, if there's a stylish action about fighting emoji, it's a good idea, and I wouldn't be opposed. And I do the voices, obviously.
Obviously. Did you guys know that Lenny Face is pronounced like the Chamberlain from Dark Crystal?
I just wasted a whole lot of yen on that slash attack that didn't work, but it's fine. I can get it back. There's also several side rooms in this that you can go into, which are basically always worth it. Okay, that's a bad time. Oh, ooh, that was close. That almost ruined everything. I was probably like within like a fifth of a second of losing the Tate there. This stage is also, I think this is really where they try and teach you a sort of advanced technique, which is spawning multiple waves of enemies at once, so that you can get a bigger Tate, because they actually make it worthwhile in this to do that. It's the first place I figured it out, and I just totally flubbed it.
Way to go.
And yeah, they're all still stuck around the corner. I was sort of supposed to work my way down, but because I screwed up, I had to work my way back up. There we go. As long as you get at least 4 of them, you can get all the yin you need. Did she have more or less lines than Girl from Death? You know, that's a good point. I think she still had more lines than Kyrie. Jesus.
How far we've progressed.
Okay, this is actually a relatively hard jump. As I was saying.
Good.
I probably should have shut up for that and actually concentrated. In fact, I should probably do that for like all of the jumps in the next couple stages. That's not gonna be enough, is it? Oh, it is. Just in time. I thought I'd misjudged my damage right something. The Tengus in this stage have a lot of health, so if you leave them to last and you don't get the Tate on them, you just have to fight them straight up, and it can take long enough that it actually really eats into your yin. Or your slash meter, as it's called in the US manual, for no reason.
Slash meter.
It doesn't measure your slashes, so I'm not sure what that's about. I don't really get that. Ooh, run from the end! Keep going! Oh.
It's like the evil mushroom challenge from Mario 64.
Yeah, where the Japanese guy's screaming at the mushroom. It's so good.
It's so great when he's on, what is it, what's the mountain one? Freeze Easy? I know, that's Banjo. Anyways, he dodges one. Yeah.
It's a cool mountain.
No, actually, it was the one with the penguins on it.
Yeah, it's a cool mountain.
Oh, that is great. Anyways, it's just the mushroom emerges from like a wall of like, or like the mountain, and when he screams at that.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
As soon as he starts that full attack, he's invincible. So I went for hitting him from behind, specifically to try and end it in one hit. Well, now you're seeing just how much fucking punishment this dude can take, I guess. If you don't have a charged sword.
Ow, 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 ow! Put it! Ow, ow!
Get it! Get it out! I'm telling Mom!
He's a big Tengu though, that's why he takes so much.
He's actually the same size as the other Tengus. He's just a different color though.
Yeah, but he's got the red face, that's the big Tengu.
Oh.
It's the important Tengus. The more important of it, like, lesser Tengu's got the crow heads, but the important Tengu, you got the big red face and the big dick nose.
I didn't know that.
Yep. The dick nose is a sign of authority. You will respect it.
Ah, shit, they got stuck in the corner. Ideally, a few of them, you kill them fast enough that there's a few of the ninjas still hanging around this middle area. Obviously, that didn't happen. Somewhat interestingly, the lady ninjas here actually have less health than some of the standard ninjas in a couple of the previous levels. Whereas usually the trend is that they... Well, maybe not less, but I think the same. Let me just go ahead and put these dudes. And actually shut up for a second.
While you're doing that, I will say there was a good comment here. Pinball City Crime Fighter says, the slash meter displays the amount of risque fanfiction your character has.
And this is the part where they make sure you know that you can actually knock people off the edge if you want to. Because otherwise this takes forever. Although I did technically give up the health you would drop from that, but like the amount of health I would use from the yin is probably not worth it. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Use my ninja magic. Ooh, I almost screwed that up. There we go. And this, yeah, the special effect for this level is rose petals, which is cute. I
Oh,
need to be
nice.
pretty
Adorable.
fucking careful here. Pretty low health right now. It's the health in the... There's a health in the next room over.
Perhaps this is
There
our
we go.
destiny.
Sorry, I need to concentrate here so I don't fucking die. There we go. And you basically, like, unlike the other room where you get the ninja scroll in exchange for having a double Tengu fight, this room is just 5 really easy floating heads in exchange for a lot of health. Oh, that's right, you do it twice though, for some reason. It's like, what if we did the same floating heads? Is it hard now? No, still not.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. We'll try again later.
Is there something behind here too? Is this where the other ninja scroll is? No. Spawn more again. There's not as long a walk right here, so you're a lot less likely to get someone stuck on a corner or something stupid. Okay, she did her burst. That's a rare-ass move, honestly. She did it twice! What's happening right now?
She's
I don't
acting
even-
up for company.
I know he's streaming. I gotta put my best game for him.
That's crazy. They, like, never do that. But they do have a Shuriken burst just like you do. Oh, shit! Ooh, that was close. And now, because I kind of screwed up the enemy order, I have to just fight this dude. Let's get around behind him, I guess. He won't even let me get behind him, because he's like... Oh my god, he keeps turning just enough. Enemies make a different noise when you hit them from behind, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's how you know if you're getting a backstab or not. And I'm definitely not here, because he keeps turning just enough.
It's at least like a goofy sound effect. Is it like walk?
It's not that goofy. I don't know. Maybe a
No.
little. I actually don't really remember what they sound like. I mean, their normal hit sounds pretty goofy, if you ask me.
That should be the old Mac quack sound.
Yeah.
Should be the...
Wham! Wham! Wham!
I'm gonna lose my Tate, yep. That's bad, actually. This is a bad situation, man. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. Is he gonna block it? Nice dash attack to nowhere. She did it 3 times. Okay, I'm actually gonna use this. This is weird. This is a weird situation to be in. There. Whew, I think I should be okay. Because that thing is gonna got 3 health now, because I Tate him. Oh, look at all that health.
That helped.
There, that was the backstab noise, if you can tell the difference. It's just a little deeper, usually. Okay, I came out of that alright. Full health. Again. It's actually super common for the ninja ladies to jump off the edge here if you get near it. And then you can't Tate, which is bad.
I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction, you son of a bitch.
Well, that one was my fault, actually. That was totally on me. I did it. I knocked it off. Okay, I guess we're gonna do this for a while. Wait, I don't want to knock you off. I actually want your health. There we go. And then there's this jump, which looks way harder than it is, so I say that it's probably gonna screw up. This part gives me a fucking heart attack every time, even though I think I've literally never failed it. Ah, shit, I'm gonna break out of it. I might just use fire magic to kill these dudes then. This is probably one of the hardest tates to do in the game, like non-boss anyway. To fully combo this room I think is really difficult. I basically don't ever expect to do it, I've done it only a couple times.
You got this, Frank. You got this.
But yeah, if you're left with just the 3 Tengu and you have to fight them, it is so fucking brutal. I think if you do that, that might be the hardest room in the game. At least I've died there a lot. Like, there's a reason I dashed in and made sure to kill one right away with the combo. Because it's just like, it's worth taking a hit or two to do that. Because 3 at once is brutal.
I am the one who broke Hiroko's seal.
Gasp!
Tradition be damned. I cannot forgive
Betrayal.
Boro for taking Moritsune away from me.
Wait a minute. The female lead in a stylish action game having a consequence on the plot? I don't know about this.
The duel
That weird.
you fought with your brother. It was not to decide the next leader. It was to keep Akujiki suppressed by feeding it a spirit. Why? Why did Moritsune have to die for that?
Is that why you had the Oboro killed?
It's fine.
I just wanted to save Moritsune. Just like that time he saved me. And the time is close at hand. I cannot let anyone interfere! I cannot let you pass!
So now we're fighting... Wait, is her name Akane? Do I have that right? I hope I have that right. I should really know. I'm really bad with names, and like, the story in this game is, silly. So she's kind of a neat fight because she basically has mirrors of all your abilities. Like, you'll notice, well, she does it. If she dashes, she leaves an after image. If she dashes, and I actually stay locked onto that after image, which is neat. She can throw shurikens, which do paralyze me, just like mine do. She has like a charge-up attack, although hers is this sort of series of dashes. She's got a combo that's relatively similar to mine. She has a jump in the air and then dash and slash at you ability, and she does have a shuriken burst too, which she doesn't do very often, but it does happen. So she's sort of got versions of your moves, but they don't work very much like your moves, which I think is neat. A lot of the ninjas in this game do have like things that are made to look like their moves. Oh, and one thing that she can do is block your shit. But you can interrupt a lot of her shit with kicks. Kicking her is really good, actually.
Kicking women, good. I'm writing this down.
Not all women, just the ones who you really want to kill. Wait, that's not badass.
Okay, not ones you're trying to like greet at like the potluck or anything.
Yeah, write this down in my Pua notes from Frank. Anyways, these things, so her minions are these, I don't know, fire spirits? I'm not really sure what they are. She keeps getting in the way of this and getting hit. And they actually spawn from these lanterns. Naturally, as soon as I actually want to hit her, she's not able to be hit. Oh well. These lanterns actually can be destroyed by me, but it takes so much damage to do that you really have to be trying to do it, so I don't know why you ever would. Like, unlike other enemy spawners where you have to be careful not to hit them or whatever, in this case it's like, I don't even know why they're destroyable. Oops. I just lost the combo. I really like this song too, actually. Oof! Nice hit. I was nearly dead anyway. After I fucked up that first combo.
I cannot let you pass! Prepare!
Ow! I don't think those shurikens do damage.
Prepare!
Since most of her attacks are basically slashes on the ground, if you stand on one of these, which is harder to do than you think, she tends not to hit you, really. Like, she can throw shurikens that don't do damage. But, like, you can kind of just stand here. I feel like my first kick should have gone off. Oh well, it's fine. Half her health gone. If you hit her right, you can hit her multiple times too. Which... What is she doing? This is interesting. Okay. I guess this is what we're doing now?
What the?
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Ah!
Anyway,
Look how cool. Can you believe this shit?
this is the hardest game I've ever played, by the way. This is what it looks like.
Can you like, whenever you upload the video, can you make like a version of the video that has like an after credits thing where it's got music playing over it?
On guard!
I meant to kick. I just want to try something real quick. So I can't interrupt that. Interesting. Yeah, while she's blocking, she sometimes... I'm not totally sure. This is an enemy I haven't completely figured out the mechanics of this boss yet. There are some times when she will instantly counter you as soon as you hit the button. She'll start attacking.
I cannot let you pass!
But I'm not quite sure what that is, or when. Like, I don't always know when it's safe to fight her and when it's not. I'm just doing a little experimenting here. It's not really working though.
Forgive me.
So all of those are I don't understand it. Oh well. I think the intended thing is that you swing at her and she probably dodges the swing, and then you dash to dodge her swing and counter. I think that's more or less the intended procedure. But I've always wondered if there's a better way, because I've never found a way to fight her that didn't feel a little sloppy or random. Oh! She hit me with the air dash. Fair enough. I'm not gonna hit her. Nope. A good way during boss fights to, like, save yin is to start hitting the first wave of enemies before you think the second ones will spawn. I was really low in health, though. Oh yeah, she also does, when she beats you, she does an animation where she says, "Please forgive me," and she spins around and throws butterflies out of her cloak.
I cannot let you
Which is like, I don't know why she has butterflies in her cloak in the first place, but...
Maybe she's talking to the butterflies. Like, forgive me for keeping you in my clothes this whole time.
Oh, forgive me, I forgot I brought my butterfly collection today. Sorry, guys. Okay, I guess we'll just do this for a while. Okay.
Hardest game ever.
Oh, that's a bad move. Okay, good. My combo because she knocked me away. And again! Stop blocking one of the wrong enemies! Ah, I was actually the right enemy that time, and I fucked that. But I'm still gonna blame the game if it's alright with everybody.
That's fine, I'm accepting that.
Yeah, that was ugly. I'm sorry, did my head just move? I think while I was lying on the ground, an enemy spawned, and my head looked over to look at it. Oh, wait.
So he's just playing dead, so she leaves him alone. He's not actually.
Oh, I have been slain. Oh, look at that. Oh, I have been slain.
Wait, what? What the hell? I didn't hit that button. Uh-oh. I hope that button's not breaking. Like, I wasn't anywhere. I was... That's really weird. Hold on. I don't know why I used my ninja magic. Like, maybe I managed to smack that against my leg? I don't see how I could have. I hope this controller isn't breaking. I've noticed my other bumper's kind of getting feeble.
How old is your controller?
It's not that old, but the bumper buttons are bad on Xbox controllers, although that's on a shoulder button, not a bumper. I don't know. Anyways, I just restarted because, like, I might want that ninja magic later. It's over there?
Dick.
One thing I find actually really pretty difficult about this fight is that it's hard to tell which enemies are dead and which enemies are, like, not dead, because they're both, they don't change color enough, they're both really vibrant.
Oh, yeah.
So if there's just a live enemy and a sea of dead ones, I can't usually tell the difference. Oh, come on. Yeah, I need to learn... One thing that I've literally never learned to use in this game is the change enemy lock-on button. I always let go of lock-on and re-engage it to try and lock onto someone else. That's stupid, and I should stop doing it. Because there's literally a button that says, hey, lock on to a different enemy. And I never hit it. I think it's because of my time in Devil May Cry, because Devil May Cry you never... There's also a button that does that, and it sucks. And every Devil May Cry, it's a garbage button for people who don't realize it sucks. It's a trick. And you really just want to let go of lock-on and re-hit it again, while, like, pointing your analog stick towards the enemy you want to lock onto. But in this game that doesn't work at all, because they didn't have... I don't actually know how it prioritizes lock-on select. I think it's closest enemy absolute, no matter like what direction you're aiming in, but I'm not really sure. but they hadn't learned how to do lock-on yet. They hadn't learned how to do a lot of things yet for this game. There we go. Nice and easy. It's so simple.
Easy peasy every time. That was just like 15 minutes of warm-ups. It was
Right, those were actually YouTube videos I was playing of other people playing this to show how hard it is.
Yeah, to show what not to do.
That is one of the things about this game that it did so well that games before it just hadn't really done, at least not in 3D, is like, when you do things right, it feels effortless and good, and you feel awesome. And like, that hadn't really been done in the 3D space very well yet, I think. And it's now like a cornerstone of everything. Due to budgetary restraints, there is no 7B.
Agia, let go of the sword.
I'm really enjoying this Shinobi Kai that we're watching.
I heard from Grandpa. There is a sword that eats people's souls. What if this is that sword? If you don't let go, it's gonna eat your soul.
What should I do?
Kill me! Let it eat my soul instead!
No! I can't!
I will save you, Agia.
No! Stop!
Hey, so Hosume's... Oh no, she's remembering that. Okay. Never mind. I was gonna say, is he remembering this? Because he wasn't there. So it'll be weird.
Hiroko, is the ritual complete? Is Muritsune alive?
Yes, my dear, but there is one last thing.
Moritsune.
Well, I guess this story has a happy ending.
Muritsune.
Bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum.
Muritsune.
Agia!
Now the ritual is complete! Foolish woman, this is your reward for releasing me. I'm allowing you to die at the hands of the man you love. Even though he is merely a puppet of Hellspawn Lord Aomizuchi.
Hiroko! Why, you...
This cutscene looks pretty good for PS2 this era. It does not look good for all of PS2 era.
Yeah.
Like, again, I mean, I guess, like, the CG's really good for its time, like, in terms of quality, but in terms of, like, movement and, like, what's actually being portrayed, this was outclassed within a couple years. Anyways, so now he is, our brother Muritsune is also a dragon, half dragon, which lets him represent the fourth, like, celestial animal. We fought the third one, we fought that snake dude.
Huh.
He's not a blue dragon, though.
Well, you'll have to be it.
I will.
Kind of like Ageha, Muritsune has mirrors of all your moves, but unlike Ageha, his moves are really much more mirrors of them. And I'll just take a few lives here and sort of demonstrate. He is the same lock-on mechanic where he leaves after images. He's too away. He has a combo with like a third hit that takes longer. Let's see what else. Here we go. He has a ninja magic. It's cool that he did that because it's not super common that he does that. Let's see if he does his shurikens. His shurikens are his best move, which is stupid, but oh well. Let's see if he does them right off the bat.
Yes, little dragon friends.
So look at the damage I just took from those fucking shurikens. Oh look, I'm dead. And what you have to understand is, he's stunning me. Every one of those is a giant explosion, and it will actually explode. Like, it won't go past you. It will explode next to you if it can. So the AoE actually matters, and they stun you, and they do massive damage. They're really brutal. He also says if you do things near him, like if I dash near him, he'll usually react to it. And if you jump, he'll actually do an anti-air move on you. He's got a lot of really sort of clever reactive abilities that he will use. But you can also exploit that. Like, for instance, since I'm kind of waiting around for him... Thank you. Oop, you didn't actually kill me. Thank you. Since you basically have to wait around and stay safe until he spawns enemies. Oh. You can just manipulate him into doing the anti-air attack, for instance, and then just jumping away from it over and over. And make him look like a moron.
That's always good. That's always a plus.
Oh, and he does have a Shuriken burst too. It's not very common, and it's not actually very good, but he does have it.
Little dragon seahorses.
Yeah, they're really shitty too, because they're very slow, and like they don't really attack towards you, they just attack. Like, and their tech is very short range. It's extreme. They're probably... I think it's intentional. I think this is supposed to feel more like a one-on-one fight. Kind of like your first fight is. So I think they intentionally made his minions kind of shitty. Because the whole point is to, like, encourage you to sort of have a one-on-one fight with him. That's bad. I didn't do that right. Oh, fucking... Damn it! Okay. I think I just died. I'm gonna run out of yin and die.
Frank, how did you?
Yeah, so that one shuriken, I was mashing dash. I don't think there's anything you can do at most distances if you get hit by those. It's real dumb! So I was struggling with this fight on Super for a while until I realized that since he reacts to dashes, the key is to just run up to him and kick him.
Kick.
The way to beat a ninja is to not ninja at him.
Well, maybe it's not kick. Was that the thing? Maybe kicking is not the thing.
Try punch.
I mean, the problem is it's...
Well, that's sweet.
I was just about to...
Yeah, we were all like, wait a minute. I do like the braking effect there. So this is like the hardest game I've ever played, by the way. Oh shit! Floodborne.
This is the guy who messaged me with an accidental humble brag about how good he was at Cuphead. It's the hardest game he's ever played.
Is that? I always forget how many minions spawn here. Okay, good. There we go. God damn it!
Mother fucking dick.
Shit. I stood there too long and I got complacent. So yeah, basically either stay in close and constantly bait his attacks, or stay far enough away that you can dodge his shurikens easily, and getting hit by them isn't like a combo. The stage is shaped a little bit oblong though, so you can't actually maintain both of those strategies forever. You'll eventually have to go in and bait his attack even if you're staying away. Ah, fucking dick. To a certain extent, like a lot of bosses, he's kind of got a situation where he can just RNG kill you on Super. And in this case, it's if you're in the middle of fighting an enemy and he decides to shuriken you and he's close enough you can't dodge. You just get hit! Oh, okay, I was actually adjusting myself in my seat, but that's fine. You can take 90% of my health right away. Like that's
true ninja knows what an opportunity.
I think he's actually coded to like just have a chance to do that, because either he'll wait a really long time before doing anything, or he will immediately throw shurikens at you, and like no in between. So some game designer's like, what if I just gave him like a 40% chance of instantly throwing the shurikens? Thanks, guy who decided that was a good idea.
No problem.
Oh shit, it was you?
Yeah, I worked on this game.
I was gonna say, how old were you when this game came out? Because it's impressive.
That was the true plot twist all along. I knew that years from now, someone would be streaming it.
That's the wrong fucking magic that I used, and I ruined my combo by killing one of the dragons. That's the stupidest restart I've had on the stream yet. Oops. Oh yeah, and shurikens don't... he just blocks them with his arms. I think you can maybe shuriken him from behind, but... nope, never mind. It bounces off his taut ass. I do appreciate...
Okay, where do they rank in the love of ass?
The person who made this isn't an auteur, because I don't know their name. So I don't really know where they rank. Right? Like, who made this?
That's how underground they are.
I should probably know the director of this and look up their other work, but I don't. Oops. These 4 statues hold the health pickups, but it's really easy to just dash into them and break them open when you don't need the health yet. Oh yeah, he does have like a charge up slash attack too. He just did it if you didn't see it. That wasn't very good. You can usually get 2 hits off them if you're smart, but I didn't do that because I'm not smart. Another downside with this boss, most bosses have like, they spawn in enemies slowly and then they spawn in enemies quickly and they alternate. This dude always spawns them in slowly, and the fight can kind of drag. I mean, I think they do it intentionally to, like, ratchet up the tension with your yin meter, but... it's just kind of boring, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of this fight. First time through, it's kind of cool, because he's actually kind of fun to fight, like, directly, if you do one-on-one and don't worry about doing tates. It can be really fun to try and, like, exchange blows with him and go toe-to-toe. The thing is, like, once you're playing on hard or super, that's not at all feasible, because you don't do enough damage, so... like, it's just like a... you have to wait for the enemies, which takes forever. It isn't really engaging. Actually, you know, on reflection, I think this is probably one of my least favorite bosses. It's kind of RNG if you hit him. It's, like, kind of boring. I think it's mostly just that, like, I pretty much do nothing for, what, 30 or 40 seconds every time I want to, and then I get a chance to hit him. I'd say, like, maybe it'd be more engaging if he was harder to dodge during this period, but, like, then that'd probably just be frustrating and boring, so I don't know that that would be better. I guess in my ideal version of this, it wouldn't be a Tate fight. It would be like your first. Okay, cool. That was a lot of health. It would be like your first fight with him, where you really just fight him head to head. Please? Shuriken? Why could I stop for 2 seconds? I'm dead now. I don't think I can live. Oh wait, I just picked up a health pickup. I can probably live. Cool. Love it. I was dead once I let him hit me with shurikens twice, though.
Wise words.
His charge attack sucks. It's so short range. Oh, there's a shuriken burst. I can see that. Oh yeah, this is the other thing you can... Oh, I guess that's what makes a shuriken burst happen, is if you pick him too many times. Oh yeah, every once in a while... Oh, god damn it. I'm just gonna retry on that, honestly. Every once in a while, he'll just be like, oh, you're hitting me too much. And he'll just sort of do this weird... He'll just Naruto run away, and like... Not in a straight line, but he'll just sort of run around randomly for a while, and like you can't really hit him during that time, and he doesn't do anything, and then he just like stops and starts ominously walking at you again. I love when he does it, honestly. It's my favorite part about this fight. He was actually trying to do the fucking jump. I just kicked him from behind? Wow. That's a hell of a hitbox in my favor. What is this game? Since when does that happen? Hitbox error in your favor? Win $400?
Get out of Ninja Fight free.
Dash pass go.
Almost got the second hit. I'm not sure what... Sometimes you can hit him with the second hit if you do a spin attack, and I don't know why. I don't quite get what makes it happen. God damn it. I got away from that one at least. Yeah, and the thing is, like, doing fun ways of playing with him just increases your chance of getting hit, and it's best to just dash around the outside. So it's not even, like, fun, like, oh, let's manipulate him or something. Let's just do this for a while, I guess. Oh well. Hopefully I'll beat him soon.
I believe in you. I believe in ninjas.
It's true. He's always telling me, can't go over there, what if there's ninjas there? They get me.
Yeah, I basically think life is a Godfrey Ho movie.
If only. I gotta say, the feeling of the dash is so fucking good in this game. It just feels so good to dash in a way that, again,
yeah,
like, some of the things this game does probably don't seem as amazing now as they did then. But it's really worth noting, no one had done it in a game like this. Like, the only games that felt good to play in 3D were, like, Mario. Like, there was Mario 64, and there's a couple other Nintendo games. Everything else felt like ass to play in 3D. Like,
excuse you, but Castlevania 64 is a gem.
Game's not very good.
Oh, is that what the... I knew you'd do that! You stupid, shitty... Stupid, shitty
That's a
ninja
fragment,
baby.
right?
Shurikens right away. Calling it. Oh, awesome. So yeah, feel free to start a conversation. This could last a little bit. And I've got nothing to say about it.
What's your favorite? Oh, I know. What's your favorite ice cream? That's good. Frank went and got ice cream. Fine.
I did. I got extreme chocolate with caramel. But I think my favorite is something with pretzels in it. Have you ever put pretzel rods in your ice cream?
I've never put pretzels on my ice cream.
Oh, it's so good. Get like one of those CVS barrels of shitty ass pretzel rods. I think that's the brand name.
Bob's big ass bag of shitty ass pretzels.
You want really shitty ones because they're really porous and like don't have a lot of salt on them, and you just kind of want like weird pretzel breadsticks as well too. Did I hit him twice? No, I didn't. Oh, he did the ninja run.
Yeah, he Naruto ran right out of there.
Yeah, sometimes he'll like sort of do a weird figure eight. He's just like, wee, 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 and then he's like, Mom, back to being menacing now.
But yeah, no contest. My favorite ice cream is Stephen Colbert's Americone Dream.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
I mean, it's just a little like encasing the waffle cone pieces in chocolate. It's still crunchy. It's genius. And then it's got caramel, and then vanilla ice cream, and it's just... I think it's even got like a caramel swirl too or something.
Holy shit,
Anyways,
the
it's
dragon
awesome.
hit me. That never happened. Sorry.
Dragon's
Sorry to
like, yeah,
interrupt.
I'm helping.
He's like, I did it! But seriously, look, they just attack in a random direction, and they go like a foot. They're pretty adorable, honestly.
They are. I pet them.
Well, you pay anything, so that's not a great metric.
That's not true. That's not true.
One time I caught you petting a fire hydrant.
Just the one time. It was a really cute fire hydrant.
Oh my fucking god. So close, but so far. They did drop a lot of health though, so RNG was my favorite.
Excuse me.
Tiger. Oh shit, I was reading chat. No!
Why would you do that?
Why would I
Frank.
do that?
Frank.
For like a second.
Tiger.
I don't know what
I don't know
Tiger
about ice
Tiger
cream.
is.
Is it a, It is ice cream flavored like William Blake's poems.
Officially sponsored by William Blake.
Officially sponsored. Like it's a fucking Wheaties box.
Yeah, he's like, it shows him on there with the spoon up, and it's like, this flavor burns bright.
Alright, I'm looking it up, I see Tiger Tail ice cream. Is it the same thing?
Tiger tail. Yeah, that's what I'm getting too.
Fuck. The dragon killed me. Although to be fair, I think it was more that the sword drain was killing me.
So orange
Ice cream with licorice swirl.
Ooh, that sounds interesting. But yeah, it's listed as Tiger Tail online. So yeah, that is what
I like how Chai goes, sorry, don't read this either.
Yeah, well, that's too late. I already read it. Ooh, that was dangerous. I almost just died back in the explosion.
Orange and licorice isn't a flavor combination I would think of, but it's weird enough that I would try it. I mean, I'm one of those people. Oh, what's that? Sorry.
Tiger flavored is weird ice cream.
It's ferocious flavor. Yeah, but I'm one of those weird people who actually likes licorice flavored things.
Yeah, licorice is good. People who don't like it are bad.
You're bad.
I mean, that's also true, but not for the fact that I like licorice.
I mean, I think we can't ignore the connection. I feel.
Watch me. I ignore everything.
That's true. I've been watching this fight.
Except for chat, apparently.
Brutal.
The disrespect.
I'm sorry. I regretted the moment I said it.
MLG air
Stop!
horn.
I'm just gonna start this one. I made no progress.
Yeah, that's true, Chai Tea. That is sweet plus salty, basically. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I've never seen this flavor out in the wild. Which, you know. I think you can see tiger tail out in the wild. But if I ever see it, I will give it a shot.
Can I say that I love how... Wow, he's doing a lot of shurikens, huh? I love how the side dash leaves an after image where I'm just sort of standing with my arms folded really sternly. I like to imagine for just a second, Hotsuma just sort of stands and is like, while he dashes so that he looks really stern.
He's disapproving.
It makes it really easy for him to teach ninja school. Like, if he wants the day off, he can just leave a disapproving after image.
That's a great idea. There should be a show all about ninjas going to school.
There's a show about that, and you won't believe it.
Yeah, it's all about this kid who has a famous dad.
Boruto. Yeah, my favorite anime is Boruto Zero.
Boruto begins.
Yeah, I've already ranted like twice, 3 times on streams here about Boruto, so I'll just say it dumb. And leave it at that.
Good show.
No.
Yeah.
And about a board.
If it was called About Abort, would you like it better?
I mean, I would.
Right. I'm saying, like, obviously that would fix the problem.
I still like my idea where it was just a reprinting of Naruto, but he has Groucho glasses on. And everyone just calls him Boruto the whole time. I feel that would fix a lot of the problems in the narrative.
I'm not
Naruto being his
Naruto.
name is fucking Boruto.
I'm not Naruto, I'm the original character, Boruto.
I'm Boruto. Yeah, it's a fun thing to do. Find someone who's a fan of Boruto and keep calling him Burrito. See how quickly that conversation
Decent
gets out of
sign.
control.
Okay, I gotta concentrate now. You guys can talk, but I will not respond. Because I hit him in the back. It was really good.
Hey, Frank.
I'm not responding to the word just fuck. Ooh, I almost ran out of space. Danger.
Oh, it's a Canadian thing. That explains it.
Hold on, I'm itchy on the head. There we go. It's gonna be tight, because I'm not gonna have much health left. Are you fucking kidding me with this nonsense? I think I just died. I think I'm not gonna be able to do this now. I think he just fucking killed me. Fucking dick. Yeah, okay.
Never.
I guess I should have been further away from him, but I didn't know where it was. Because there's no easy way to control the camera while moving. And your lock-on breaks. Because he dashes, so you can't just stay locked onto him and dash that way. Which is another reason this fight kinda sucks. Because, like, the after image thing, it's neat, but it's mostly just really annoying and ruins the only way you have to control the camera. By removing your lock-on periodically, and then when the after image vanishes, like, you lock onto whoever's closest, which is one of the stupid dragon heads. It's like, I'm helping. I'm a threat too. You should probably lock onto me first.
It's the scariest thing in this fight.
Look out, Mr. Ninja! Here I come with my head!
I wish they really did have voice acting sound like that.
All of them simultaneously talking like that over each other?
Oh, that would be so good!
Yeah, I'll say like some stupid pun, like voice line, but it'll just repeat it over and over, like the same voice line. Don't be dragging your feet! And so it's just like, don't be dragging your feet, don't be dragging. It's like,
oh, so it'd be like Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Or Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Or Marvel vs. Capcom any of them, ever. They're so talky. I fell short. Since I made no progress, I'm actually going to restart on that, because it's just as long to wait. Either way. Well, I guess technically I have to wait for the 10-second intro here. But anyways, to continue my suggestion from earlier, just buy like the shittiest pretzel. You want these like porous, relatively little salt, and just like break them into quarters or whatever in decent sized chunks and shove them in your ice cream and use them to eat your ice cream. It is so good because they're so porous that they just sort of like absorb the ice cream. Highly recommended.
ice cream tips. So I wonder... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was actually almost talking to myself there. I was wondering if it was time to start hitting the dragons or not. I think it was.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if the whole Naruto run, like arms back type run, is like an actual like classic ninja thing, or if it just came from the animators not wanting to animate normal running arms.
I'm pretty sure I've seen like just generic cartoon ninjas do a run like that.
Yeah, I think it's from like
run.
the Sentai stuff. Like I think it started in maybe not in Sentai, but in like Japanese live action TV about ninjas. And
Okay.
my assumption has always been like that it looks not just that like it's supposed to look cool, but like the idea is like these guys are so good at running they don't pump their arms because that's a waste of energy. They're too cool for that. So they're going so fast that their arms just trail behind them. And I think, well, no, actually we don't just pump our arms for no reason. Like it's actually helpful.
Yeah.
What if
Have you been to Japan? You don't know.
What if there was a ninja that actually pumped their arms and ran faster than everyone else? He's just like, why are you guys not doing this? It's way, way better. Like, really?
What secret ninja technique is that? It's called running like a normal goddamn human being.
High school
No
track?
jutsu.
Like, I took high school track. I don't know.
Maybe he's but since he's a cartoon ninja, he's running so fast when he's pumping his arms that his arms are also just going blah, 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 blah.
Ah, fucking dick. I panicked a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, hello. So I guess at least one more try, probably two, as long as I don't fuck up.
Yeah, I just assumed it was easier to, like, because I guess arms would block, like you'd have to redraw so much because they block the body. I just assumed the arms going back was like an animation saving thing where you just have to animate just the legs moving.
It probably doesn't hurt.
It'd be so great. If they lost more budget, will they just have less things move? Naruto, I've discovered how to run without moving my legs, too. Wow, good thing you showed all of us that in between episodes, and now none of us have to do it.
What's that one?
You know,
it's a huge meme because it's so shitly animated where the guy walks off screen.
Oh, the Berserk? I think that's from Berserk. Where he just like action figure topple.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Well, I was about to say, you say that about Naruto, as like, you know, there was a character like a villain who ran really fast, and I didn't watch the episode. I just saw a still of it, or like a gif of it, and apparently he did like a Roadrunner run, like his legs like became like Roadrunner, like Sonic run legs.
Ooh. Ooh, I like that.
Let me see if I can find that.
I'm gonna do a little bit of experiment on this dude.
So that's, I mean, that is still animating, but it's not actually animating with full legs, so, you know, you took your suggestion.
Wait, so how do we make him vulnerable? He reacts to the kick. Usually he reacts to the kick? Okay, so if he's in neutral, I want to kick him, basically. If he's not in neutral, I don't. See, now I'm hitting him. Is it just an RNG? Is it really just down to RNG if I get to hit him? I'm just not sure. It feels like it's random in a way that... This is another boss I have never quite figured out. And maybe it is random. It's late enough in the game they start to really pull out the stops on fairness. Which is to say they don't even pretend. Oops.
So I've linked to a GIF of, it's a character named Pain in Naruto, and it's him running, and it's pretty good. I guess there's a lot of animation going on here, which is why it's... why it turns into this shitty run is... I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking. But I'm glad they did it.
Ooh, that's really good. That's a good man.
For the sake of time, I'm gonna save state if I get a good hit on him. I will make you guys suffer through this more. So, you know, I should actually make... Well, I'm actually gonna restart on that, because that's brutal. There's half my health right there. But yeah, I will shorten this up by abusing save states. Because this game gets pretty hard at this point. To the point where it's like, well, I can't be any harder while remaining fair, so I'm just gonna do... As far as I can tell, they just start saying, like, it's RNG if you even get to hit the dude, even if you do everything right. Oops, I didn't want to break that.
That'll also be helpful because I have not gotten groceries today. That's fine. Still have a little bit of time left.
Need a grocery.
I mean, do you want to split this into 3 and have me, like, do the last 2 stages in a different thing? Because they're both pretty long, unfortunately, so if you don't have, like, plenty of time...
I can wait until after you beat this guy.
I mean, there's, like, 2 more stages and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I know, but I mean, like, we don't have to cut it off here. So.
Oh, no, I went into this game first. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly hit the save state on that one, just because I want to let portaxx get food, probably.
Just purchase food.
Fucking dick. I ran right into that one. That's not even like an attack. Fucking dick.
Fucking dick.
Actually, I feel like I'll probably do it this time, because I have the magic and he's real low health. I bet I won't even need to save state.
The game knew after you put it on the table, it's like, no. Now we're gonna make it easier.
Yeah, okay, fine, fine. As soon as I turn the magic on, I start throwing shurikens. I saw that coming, buddy. Boom! Yeah, as soon as I hit the safety button, it's like, okay, fine, now that you look like a chump, I'm gonna fucking let you win.
The game is sentient, that's why it's so difficult.
Moritsune.
Hosama, my spirit resides in Akojiki. It has always been with you. I I am taking Ageha with me. Take revenge for the Oboro, Osama.
So there are 2 more stages, but they're both very long and hard. If you need to leave soon, we can call it here if you have to.
Yeah, I think we can call it here, and then we'll do this again at some other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about pretzels and ice cream, and then sorry.
And we found out the true Shinobi was in the sword all along.
Wait, is that what that
Eating my soul.
Okay, so I will.
Said a soul was in there.
I will call it here then, and we will do the last 2 levels and maybe some bonus levels next time. And
alrighty.
Frank's for
Shinobi.
Frank's for believing it.